welcome to this week's Web Wednesday. I'm going to be touching on local SEO again, particularly with regards to the contact page. Contact page is a really important page within your website for a local business, and it's really important that you have the same contact information on this page as you do on your Google My Business page. I think I've spoken before about Google My Business pages. It's a free page that Google allows you to have, and it will help your business show up on Google Maps. So if you have an actual location, it's really important that you have a Google My Business page. So for the contact page and for best practices for local SEO for your website, it's crucial that you have the same name, address, phone number and email address on your website as what you do on Google My Business page. This is an example theme, and basically this is an example of a contact page. It's not a bad example at all. At the top, so the first thing Google crawls, we've got the phone number, obviously it's jog, but we've got the phone number and we've got the email example. If you had a physical location, it'd be well worth, if it's possible, putting your physical location address on the top as well. If it's not, and it's not your type of theme, you may have something called a footer, and if it was possible, put it in the footer. So it might not be the first thing Google crawls, but Google sees on every page that your name and address and phone number are exactly the same as what you'd find on your Yelp listing, and your, of course, Google My Business page. Another few good tips to have on a contact page, and something that I see very often is people just have a form. There's two reasons why I don't recommend this. One, for local SEO, where's your address, so it doesn't necessarily appear on there. And the other reason is not everybody wants to use a form. Some people still like to pick up the phone and ring someone. Some people like to go and drive past or go and actually into the shop itself. So it's really important on your website that you do have your full company details and the easiest ways to get in touch with you, including your email and your phone number, because some people just like to click an email and be able to get through to you that way. So because people will often, the people who are ready to buy or purchase from you, that's why they're looking at your contact form, because they want to know how to get hold of you. So it's a good place to put a couple of testimonials if you can, just because it gives a bit of trust. So it confirms that, hey, I'm a local business and people trust me. Why don't you just give me a ring or pop into the shop or anything like that. This isn't an absolute necessity, but there is some indications that having a Google map on your website, especially if people click on the map for driving directions, it's potential that Google can use this as a ranking factor, that people are actually clicking and going to find you. So therefore it gives Google a sign of trust. That might not be possible on a lot of websites, but what I would say, if you can't put a Google map on, put some driving directions on your contact page. So Google can use these driving directions as markers. So if you're off a particular main road and that's how most people would find you, as well as putting your address, it might be a good idea to put, we're just off XYZ road, third on the left, and Google can use that as a marker. So that's basically contact pages and a little bit more about local SEO. One last thing to touch on in terms of your coding of your website. It really depends on what website you've got, whether or not you've got Schema Markup on your website. What Schema Markup is, it's an instruction to Google to say that this is my contact info. So it's code that says, here's the contact info, here's my address. Some websites will have it built in automatically. Some websites you can have plugins that build it in. It is quite a complex thing to know what your Schema Markup is on your website. But what I would say is if you've got a good theme and there is a contact page template on your theme, there's a good chance there's Schema Markup in that. That's why they've made it the contact page template. So, for those that wouldn't know what Schema Markup was if they fell over it, contact page actually built into the website, I'd like to think, had that Schema Markup within it, telling Google, this is my address, this is my phone number, and it knows an email because obviously it recognised the @mydomain.com. So, any questions, leave them in the comments. And just to say that I've got a course running this Friday which talks more about websites and how to get the best from them. And then towards the end of the month, I'm running a local SEO course. A couple of the places have already gone, but 26th of September, get your business found online. I'm sure I'll harass you with the links, so I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine to know how to book on that. Thank you very much. Toodle pip.